afternoon. Hello, just adjusting my tripod a little and waiting for all of you lovelies to come in today. Very excited. Hello. Afternoon. Are you all very excited for today's collaboration? We have very excited also. Okay, for those of you who just came in, very good afternoon all of you. We are having a session today which is in collaboration with Kinohimitsu. So we're going to use the collagen from Kinohimitsu to put into our no-bake cheesecake. Alright, so while waiting, I just want to share with all of you here, I'm always very excited to go on live. Besides the point, of being able to share, very exciting recipes with all of you, and also sharing with you how you can try to, cut down the calories, the salt and the sugar. One very important thing to me actually is being able to doll up. Because, being in this circuit breaker for almost a month, I guess we are all, decked in our home clothes and all that, and sometimes it's really just really nice, to dress up, put on makeup, and it makes you feel better and look better as well. Okay, so just thought I would want to share this with you because anyway, today we're going to make, a beauty cheesecake, right? So just thought that, I would share this something with you, and yeah, it's really nice, and there's no need to wait for a live session, of course, to doll up, just spray on some perfume, put on some lipstick. For gentlemen, you can just wear your shirt, even, your work shirt. Then you feel really good about it, and I really do miss dressing up. Okay, so anyways, to share with you. Alright, okay, so we'll wait, for more people to come in. And so we would start in a few minutes time. And remember to share the stream. And guess what? It's a new month already tomorrow, Labor Day. So we have got exciting sessions lined up almost the entire day of Labor Day, which I will share with you later on. Okay, so a little bit about desserts. Right, the thing about desserts is that most of the time desserts are sweet, right, and hence it's associated with taking too much sugar and weight gain, and also on diabetes. So the thing is that desserts, I guess most of you who come in, would like desserts. So the way to go for desserts is not totally to omit desserts, right? Unless you don't have a sweet tooth and you don't really care for desserts, then you can go for fruit. Fruit would be a good replacement, a very healthy replacement for dessert. However, if you want to go for your desserts, and go for it, please by all means eat it, but it's really just portion control. Alright, so I always have this joke when I tell my participants in my sessions that you want desserts, then you must share. But sharing doesn't mean I'll order a slice of cake and then your friend order another slice, right? So that is sharing, but it's not the real sharing I'm talking about here. And that is really cutting half of the cake. However, I know you'll be like, who wants to cut half of the cake? So then, you'll be thinking that, okay, let's not cut half of the cake, then just go for the whole thing, and then just be mindful about your sugar intake for the rest of the day. As simple as that. So desserts are not all bad, basically, they bring some enjoyment to our life, it excites our taste buds because of the sugar, if you care for sugar. So just remember that you need to just control the total amount of sugar eaten for the entire day, right? Okay, so, right, so Xiao was asking, am I taking any supplements, is it? I'm taking supplements naturally from my fruits and vegetables, right? So sometimes I do take a little bit of multivitamins if, I realize that I'm not having enough fruit and vegetables for that day. Thank you so much for your compliment. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's start. Hi, good afternoon everybody. Thank you, hi. Right, so what we're going to do today, we are going to make a no-bake cheesecake, and that is flavored with raspberry and lychee. We are also going to put in a lychee flavored Kinohimitsu collagen. Yeah, and today's session Okay, it's proudly brought to you in collaboration with Kinohimitsu. So we're going to use this later. You see, I just, it's in the fridge, right? So I actually took it out from the fridge. Okay, so the ingredients for today, because it's a no-bake cheesecake, hence most of the ingredients, you need to put in the fridge first, especially with the cheese, right? So for no-bake cheesecake, we'll have cheese, of course, right? So in my recipe, I recommended a low-fat cream cheese. I do understand that sometimes, it might be out of stock quite often. So no worries, you can go for your normal cream cheese. So the cream cheese I'm using over here are the block ones. Okay, the ones in the block, not your cream cheese spread. So I do understand that you'll be asking, what, let's say I can't find it, so can I use the cream cheese spread? You can, however, the end product, right, will not be so firm when you put it in the fridge, right? Because it will, after you mix it up and then you put it in the fridge, it will just take a little bit, it will be a very softer texture, after it's frozen or put in the fridge, after it's chilled, right? So if you can't find it, no worries, you can go for that cream cheese spread. Okay, so we have got half a portion of the cream cheese over here. So what I did for the cream cheese was that I had to actually cut it up because I managed to get the ones in block. So you need to cut it up because later on when you put into the blender, if it's still in lumps, it's going to splatter everywhere, right? So basically what you need to do is just get a spatula, break it up into pieces, and work it around and make it into something like a soft paste. So that makes it easier for you to blend it later on, okay, with the blender. Right, so we have got cream cheese. Next we have also our whipping cream, right? So this is the one that will increase the fat content of your cake, but you still add it in because it gives the texture and how a cream cheese cake would be like, but just put in lesser. Okay, so the recipe I've shared with you is actually reduced portions. The portion I'm using here is not 125 grams, it's actually half of it, right? Because I'm using half portions only. And you need to add this in a little, alright? If you really don't like the cream cheese taste, you can add in other things. Okay, that's my phone ringing, my house phone ringing, alright? So anyways, what I wanted to say is that, for this whipping cream, so if you want to look at the amount, alternative would be to go for 35% lesser fat, alright? So there are heavy whipping cream, so that's the one that you want to go, stay away from, because heavy whipping cream means there's amount of fat in there. Okay, so it's large amount of fat in there. So this is not fat, this is not a heavy one, it just says whipping cream. There's 35 milligrams of fat in 100 ml of this, okay? So I'm going to use this. So what you need to do, okay, later on we'll combine it. And then we have got some sugar, right? So sugar is needed for this recipe because, it's a dessert. So again, it's reduced amount. Okay, so how many days I must finish this cake? Really? Depends on how big you make it. Well, I understand what you're asking, right? So basically, for the cake, best because it's high protein food and there's some moisture in there with the raspberry and also the lychee. So I do not recommend putting it more than 2 days, because if you put it for much longer, the water will come out from your lychee and your raspberry. So then that is not so advisable, because that increases the risk of it getting, like turning bad. Alright? Okay, so we don't add whipping cream at all, is it, Sheena, you were saying? There is no need for you to add if you don't want to, but whipping cream gives this creamy texture where cheesecake is like, right? If you don't want to add in, it's fine, just blend the sugar and the cheesecake, that's okay also, alright? You can just add in very little if you want to, okay? Alright, then the base, we have also our digestive biscuits, alright? So, like that. How you make it up into this, right? Okay, later on I'll show you, right? So digestive biscuits, and also of course we have our raspberries. So if you can't find frozen raspberries, go for the fresh raspberries. Raspberries are extremely high in vitamin C, high in fiber, because if you notice all the seeds in here, I'm just going to show you. Alright, so all berries in general are very high in vitamin C, and I also added in strawberries as well. Right? So no hard and fast rule what kind of berries you want to add, but because we put it together, the red color from it, you do it in stacks of cream cheese in white, and then you have got raspberries in red, will make it look very pretty. So one thing to note about fresh raspberries is that they turn bad very quickly, even faster than strawberries, plus they will turn bad very quickly also and become moldy very fast. So what you need to do, right, if you really do get fresh raspberries, is that you need to check the insides like that. You know, because it's hollow. So the insides, right, most of them, when I bought it, were actually already moldy. So I had to throw away them, okay, and buy a new packet. So you need to remember that, okay, and wash the insides very well. So what you do for the raspberries is that blend it, puree it, then it looks like that. If it's frozen ones, same goes for that, okay, you can puree it. If you are a little bit feeling lazy about it, just use a pair of scissors and then just mash it up. And raspberries, like strawberries, are really quite soft. So, you know, you just use the scissors to mash it up a little. You realize that it's already in a puree form. So don't need to take out your blender at all. Alright? Okay, so raspberries is extremely high. And it's also added a different type of berry you can have. Right? Yes, okay. Can you don't add sugar? Is it, Lily? Yes, you can. There's no need for you to add sugar. Then, of course, then you need to adjust your expectation of this cheesecake. Okay? Then we have got our fresh, canned lychees. If you can get fresh lychees, very good, but because it's a seasonal fruit, so we went for the canned ones. So drain off the syrup, alright, and lychees on this end, it's also really high in vitamin C. But the thing is that we don't eat it very often, so you can get these ones added in, you know, for the flavor, alright. I know the next question is, can we add rambutan, right? Correct, you can ask, can you add rambutan? Well, you can add rambutan, but why I added lychee was because this Kinohimitsu collagen is actually lychee flavor. So I thought, you know, it'd be nice to actually match it with the lychees. Okay. Alright, so, and some lemon juice, just to give it its tart flavor. Okay, so why did I put my lemon juice in this glass bottle is because it's acidic. So hence I prefer to put my acidic juices, you know, in the glass so that it doesn't interact with the plastics. So this little bit of lemon juice adds a little bit of boost in your cake for vitamin C. Okay. So now, how are we going to do the base is that you have the digestive biscuits, put it into a plastic bag like that. Okay, so the portions I'm making is actually pretty small, and if you're wondering, you know, can we have it, let's say if a person is on weight control, no problem at all, it's actually a really small portion. So I remember I told you that for desserts and anything that's high in sugar and high calorie, most important, you need to watch on the portion size. You can have anything you want, but just on portion size. Okay, so I'm going to put it now, the digestive biscuit, in the plastic bag like that. Okay. Have a glass jar, a heavy one like that, and then you just press it. Okay, because the digestive biscuits are pretty brittle and they crumble very quickly, so it's actually really fast. If you don't want to use a bottle, you can use a rolling pin, that's fine also. Okay, so that's what you will get. Okay. Lily was asking, is there any nutrition left in canned fruits? Well, most of the time, the vitamin C will definitely be compromised because in the canning process, they will add in the syrup, and plus they will also need to go through a heating process to kill off all the microorganisms in there that might cause food spoilage. So most of the time, there's not much vitamin C left in there. Hence, we always tell you to go for your fresh fruits. Okay? Sometimes canned fruits will be something for you to add in, you know, for flavor, for example, you know, or a very quick way to just add some crunch into your dessert or dish. But most of the time, we will go for fresh fruits and vegetables for fiber and also vitamin C. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pour it in here. Alright, so there you go, you get for your crumbs. So one way, what I did was also that most cheesecake recipes will tell you to add in some margarine, you know, so that you press it together, lay it very nicely on the base of the container you want, and then put it in the fridge. So this will add up the fat in there. So I didn't do that. Okay, so what's going to happen is that the base of it will be crumbly. It's just a layer of it. You know, when you scoop it up, it goes well with your cream cheese. Alright, so that is one way to also reduce the fat in the dessert. So I have a cup over here, so I'm going to use this portion. See, so small. So just one portion and you're good to go. You can have both your desserts, okay, and won't burst your calorie or sugar intake. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to spoon this at the base of it. Okay. Hello. Can we use our hands, is it, to punch the digestive biscuits? Yes, you can. Jocelyn, yes, you can. No worries at all. Okay, you can punch it. When you imagine somebody that you don't like, you punch it. Just kidding, okay? You can do that, no worries at all. Just make sure that your plastic bag you put in is not so thin. If not, then you know you have a mess to clean up. Right, so I'm just going to put in a little like that to make a layer. You can put it very thick, okay, but just this is fine, up to you. Alright, so clear glass. Okay, next I'm going to prepare the cream cheese mix already. Alright, so you need a blender for this. Okay, sorry, not a blender, a mixer, handheld mixer. You want any blender, then the whipping cream will not be so fluffy because the blender will cut up the air. But using a whip, okay, an electric mixer will introduce the air in here. Alright, okay. Cheryl says you'll be more tiring, is it? Well, you can burn off some calories and tone your arms, you know. Then you can eat a little bit more for your dessert. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add in our collagen from Kinohimitsu inside. Okay, so this adds the collagen boost in your cheesecake. So the Kinohimitsu collagen, alright, it's a little darker in color, right? But no worries, because after you have mixed it well, right, with your whipping cream and also cream cheese, it doesn't change much of the color, right? So you're adding collagen in here now. Okay, and then I'm going to add in the sugar also. Okay, one thing good about no-bake desserts, right, is that because it's no-bake, hence no-cook, right? So the ingredients are generally ready to eat. So for sugar and the sweetness of your food, of your dessert, is that while preparing the batter or preparing before putting it into the fridge, you can taste it first to make sure that it's either not sweet enough, you add in more, or if it's still a little bit too sweet, then you you can divide the portions. So that is one good thing about no-bake desserts, alright, that you can actually taste the sugar. So now I'm just going to blend it a little first, okay. So just going to add it in. If you use your hands, you can. So Jolyn, after beating up the digestive biscuit, then you can use your hands to whip it. Okay, so that's no problem at all. Okay, so what you want to do is actually just to mix the sugar well, and in the process, you actually dissolve the sugar already. So in here also is a time where you can taste whether is it sweet enough or too sweet. You know, then you want to reduce the portions and spoon out from your cheesecake. Right? Okay, so mix of it already. Next, you're going to add in your whipped cream. Okay, the next one. Right. Next, you're going to add in your whipped cream over here. So the consistency of the whipped cream is a little bit thick, and whipped cream goes really well, when you whip it, and it holds the air that is introduced in there. So that's why you become quite thick. It's easy for you to spoon it out into your cheesecake. As you're whipping it, you realize that it's already thickened very fast. You just introduce the air in there. How many of you make your own no-bake cheesecake? You can use this for jelly heart also. So instead of putting raspberry, you can cut the strawberries sliced up. Somewhat similar, but you need to add in the jelly on top. Okay, we're almost done. Right, so when do you stop is that when you notice that it's actually quite thick. I'm just going to put it here. The consistency is somewhat thick. Okay, so this is how it was a little bit soft now because it's in room temperature. So later on when you put it into the fridge, it will harden a little. Alright, so in here we have our collagen from Kinohimitsu, we have our cream cheese, we have our sugar and also whipping cream. So then this is a time where you can add in a little bit of lemon juice just for its taste, the tangy taste. Right? And what's most important now is to try it to make sure that it suits the sweetness, your liking for sweetness. Alright? Okay, so can you use only one side of the whisk instead of both? Yes. Can I ask why you use only one side? Oh yeah, because the reason why is because two whisks, okay, it takes up a lot of space. The container I'm using is actually very small, and sometimes with one whisk you can control it much easier. But if you have a big pot or a big bowl with a lot of volume in there, then you can use both, which is faster. Okay? Alright, so I've got a question to ask. It's frozen fruits. Can I use, hang on, so let me see. How about nutrition in frozen fruits? Is it well retained? Well, the thing in frozen fruits is that the nutrition retained is actually much higher compared to the canned fruit. Okay, I'm just going to taste this first. Okay, so if you want to have frozen fruit, you can. Okay, it's sweet enough. Put it aside first. Alright, so now, yeah, you can add in frozen fruits. The vitamin C will be a little bit higher. Okay, so what do I do now? Alright, so then in this here, use a very small spoon. Okay, it's a small spoon. And then use spoon of it. So because it's a very small cup, so hence I prefer to work with small spoons. Okay, so then you know it's much neater and easier to handle. Oh, I keep dripping onto the table. Right, so the layer of it is, there's no hard and fast rule. You want it very thick, you can. Very thin, you can also. Okay, so I'm going to add in now. It's a second layer, just a little bit more. Alright, next I will put in the raspberry. So you notice the raspberry here, right? It's when you cut it up, right, the juices actually comes out already, right? So it is actually really high water content for fruits like that, right? Okay. So another question, will cutting fruits, right, pre-cutting fruits and placing it in the fridge affect the nutrition? Yes, it will. So it's always best for you to not cut your fruit and put it in for a long time, because the nutrition, the air in there will actually interact with the vitamin C. So then that will destroy it a little bit. So always try to eat your fruits, if it's possible, whole. If not, then only cut it right before eating. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the raspberry. So raspberry in here also has got a more brilliant red. It's brighter in color compared to the strawberry, right? So when it's in contrast, it's a really lovely contrast. Okay, and plus there is an added boost of collagen in here. So the thing for collagen is that we want to prevent the collagen from, you know, reducing or reduction in our body. So what's important also is that you need to drink enough water, and if you need to go under the sun, try to put on sunblock also, because the sun UV rays actually will destroy the collagen in your skin, right? Okay, so I'm going to add in this some more, a little bit more. Okay, and then next you can add in your lychee. So because lychee is also white, use this. Okay, you can cut it up a little. You know, I cut it in quarters so it's easier to handle. If not, it's really huge. You can, I'm sure all of you, most of you are very creative. So I encourage you to do this. Send me a picture. Thank you, Cindy. I saw the picture you sent me of the colorful quesadilla. So glad you made it and posted it to me to see. Alright, so for this, I'm sure your little kids, you know, will be very excited for this as well. Okay, because my boys kept asking, Mama, can I try this now? I say no. Okay, so this is how you will look. Then next, put another layer of it in here. Okay, maybe while waiting for me to, you know, complete this, I just want to ask all of you here, what are some of the ways you do, you know, if you know that you're gonna eat some more desserts, or what are some of the ways you do to try to reduce the amount taken, like let's say in a day? Do you cut down the amount, like the portion size you're taking, or you cut down by reducing the frequency of desserts taken in the week? Maybe you would like to share with all of us over here. Okay. See the sides here? Okay. Another way to do it, you can put it at the side so it's facing out. Right. Just want to add in a little bit more. Okay. Okay, you can spoon a lot more, it's fine. Alright, just on top. Right, just a little bit more on top. Okay, like that. Then, if you want, add in some more of the raspberry. Okay, you can add in a heart shape on top, you know, no worries at all, you can do that. Okay, so just want to show you how it looks like. Okay, so have you also joined our Instagram? Because that's one of the criteria to win the Kinohimitsu collagen. You need to like and share our Facebook post. Tag 3 friends. Go on to our Instagram and join us. Okay, so then that you will stand a possible chance to win the collagen and the bananas from Kinohimitsu. Okay, then after that, okay, so this I did one earlier on. It looks like that. So this is one I took from the fridge. Okay, I just did it yesterday. Right, so it looks like that. Okay, same. So you notice that it's a little bit different. Okay, because it's a little bit more watery, but once you put it in the fridge, right, it will harden a little. So if you like, okay, you can put some digestive biscuits on top, you know, just for the decoration. Alright, so this one portion of it no worries, go ahead and eat it. Okay, not sinful at all. It's got collagen in there as well, and some vitamin C and calcium from your cream cheese. You share half, is it? Okay, with your hubby, you exercise. Okay, so you shared with me, thank you. So you eat and you exercise. What else? Reduce the portion size, good method. You share half with your hubby, good. Alright, so these are all ways to still enjoy desserts, but at the same time, you know, be conscious about it, cut down the calories, like exercising, or just cutting down by the portion size, and if not, reducing the fat and high fat products or ingredients used in this recipe today. Okay, so we've came to the end of our session today, alright, and I'm just going to eat it, this, okay, so you see, okay, we put it in, you see it's quite firm, right, so just stick it in, put all the way in to try, together with the crumbs. Got this extra tinge of lemon, makes it really good, well balanced. Okay, so the amount in here, I put in here was actually half of the collagen. You can put in all if you like. Okay, so then you eat more cheese, because if not, then it makes the consistency really watery. Right, so just no hard and fast rule, just balance it off with cream cheese. Alright, okay, so remember, you know, to be considered for this giveaway. I already said, again, I'm sure most of you have already done it. Go to our post, like our post, share with 3 friends, like and share, tag 3 friends, go onto our Instagram at MinMat Group and like us. Okay, you must join us as well. Then you will stand a chance to win. Plus, tomorrow is Labor Day. We have exciting programs lined up all the way from 8 AM till 7:30. The session I'm making today is going to be at 1:30, okay? Because at 12, we have another exercise session. So after 12 o'clock, 1:30, you tune in to my Facebook Live. I'm going to make bubble tea for you. Yes, you heard it right. Okay, bubble tea. So 2 types. One is the pulse, and the other one is actually the one with the cream cheese foam. Alright? Okay, so everybody, you know, start buying ingredients and go and make this, and then tomorrow I'll see you again. And yeah, if not, have a good lunch, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.